This video is brought to you by Miniature Market. Thousands of board games, discounted prices, miniaturemarket.com.
Hello my friends, it's the Game Boy Geek here. This past week, I reviewed the brand new Robo Rally 2016 edition. It's been re-streamlined, lots of new mechanisms. I did a review, and I also did a comparison video from, you look at the old version, the new version, compare it. There's a ton to compare. There's tons different, but in the end, well, you'll just have to go see my review there. Qwixx the Duel. This is a two-player only version of a dice game called Qwixx that you may know and heard about, but this is a two-player version that plays very similarly, but yet very differently. I enjoyed it. Next one is Linkie. This was a party game where your team is answering 4 questions. Once you get those answers, you're trying to figure out what ties all those 4 answers together. Be the first team to do that and try to spell out Linkie. It's a fun party game. Mr. Lister's Quiz Shootout, another party game that's similar to a game like Outburst, where you're trying to rattle off like the top 10 coffee flavors or coffee bean countries. And the different people are trying to put their teams together, come up with the words, and you go back and forth trying to get the most right out of 3. It's a really fun, traditional party style game. And finally, I looked at the latest Time stories, the newest one, Expedition Endurance. And I did a review where I talked a little bit in general, then I went more into detail about the story for those of you who have already played it. Once you've done it, you can check that review out. But you can still glean whether I liked it or not through the review without any spoilers, because I warn you there. And I also did my honorable mentions for 2016. There were a ton of games that just barely missed my best of categories and my top 10 lists that I felt needed to be recognized. And so I went through all those too. So check that out, see some of my favorites of the year. We'll see you next week.
This video was sponsored by Miniature Market's Review Corner. The Review Corner features podcasts, video, and written game reviews by gamers for gamers. Miniature Market, the online gaming superstore. Thousands of board games, discounted prices. Check them out at miniaturemarket.com. I'd like to thank each and every one of you for backing me on Kickstarter and making this season become a reality. I'd like to especially thank those here that have backed me at the credit level. Now, these video reviews are also available by audio on our podcast. It's the intros and the final thoughts on GameBoyGeek.com. Click podcast.